Welcome to Unit 4. In Unit 4, I am going to be going over how to install your platform, how to set up your platform, and getting to know your platform. And because TradingView is my platform and one of the most common platforms that people use, that's the one I'm going to be focusing on. If you already know your platform, if you already have it set up, or you're using something else, you truly can absolutely skip this part. If you're wanting to know my settings, I'm going to create a separate video in this section just for my personal settings. If you want to know why my charts act a certain way or behave a certain way, you can get all my settings where I'll just kind of click through real quick and you can press pause. And so there's that. But if you are new to trading, and as this is a course for absolute beginners, I'm going to start at the absolute beginning. So with all of that said, in installing TradingView, which is hands down the platform that I recommend that you start with, we first need to go and create a TradingView account. So if we just go to tradingview.com, and you're going to go over here to get started. Now, you want to sign up for a plan. It is my opinion that it is worth every penny that you could pay for TradingView. And so if you're just first starting, the Pro plan gives you everything and more that you need. I have a little bit of a higher plan. I have done the Pro Plus and the Premium. I'm pretty sure right now I'm on the Pro Plus of TradingView. I dropped back down from the Premium. I just didn't need some of the stuff, but I have Pro Plus. The reason was I, test and do a lot of things with indicators with different traders and people that I'm mentoring, and our own programs for my sons. And we're a household of traders. We trade in different ways. And so sometimes we're looking at different things or helping each other through things. So I needed more indicators than the basic plan or the Pro plan, as well as alerts. At different times I have a lot of different alerts going, and and then it kind of gives you more chart views and everything. But truly the Pro plan gives you everything that you could possibly need. But if you don't want to pay for a plan, they also have a basic plan. If you just scroll down right here, here's this free basic plan, and the basic plan doesn't have all of the same stuff, but on your screen, I think it's right here, yeah, on your screen there's about where my camera is on the TradingView screen. TradingView will have these ads that pop up if you're on the free the free program or the free level that they have. But the truth is, most of the price action you're paying attention to is over to the right. So while it can be annoying to have the ad pop up, it's not usually in your way. It doesn't usually matter. So the Pro plan is enough, and the basic plan gives you everything that you would possibly need, especially if you're just not wanting to invest a ton of money or you don't have a lot to invest. The free plan is perfect. So you want to go over, choose which plan you want. They have the free trial for 30 days. I recommend you do that. You can sign up right here, go in, sign up, and I'm going to go ahead and log in myself. And once you've signed up and signed in, this is on the TradingView website, you're going to want to install the desktop version, the desktop client. And if you're on your tablet or your phone, you can just go to your app store, and TradingView has an app that you can also download onto other things. I do recommend that you have a computer with a large monitor. You're going to want that, but this is how you install that client. Once you've signed up and created your plan, you want to come over here to More and just click on Desktop App. Then right here, right at the top, you want to select your appropriate download button, click download, follow the instructions, and it's going to download the desktop client onto your computer. If you have a tablet or a phone, just go to your app store. TradingView has an app on the app store, and you can download the client, the app client there on any of the other tools that you use to trade with in addition to your computer. Once you have installed your trading platform, now your platform will go straight to the TradingView chart, but just in case you're trying to go from the actual website, all you have to do is come up here to products and just click on chart, and it's going to take you right into the TradingView chart. Now, I am set up here on the Aussie dollar, but you may have to go and find your pair, and we're going to go over that in just a second on where to locate everything within TradingView. Let's get to know TradingView. We're going to start and work our way through the entire platform so that you know where to find anything that you're wanting to do to customize or anything that you need for trading. Now, I'm not in this video going to break it down and pause too much on what my personal settings are. I will create a separate video of nothing but just going through and hitting so that you can do screenshots of what my trading settings are for setting up Forex. This is just for getting to know your platform. Right here on the top left-hand corner, you see the 3 bars, and if you click on that, you have different options, you know, everything from your own account information to a couple of options for how TradingView functions. And you can have your autosave for your different charts set up where it's just constantly saving, you know, as you're going, and I recommend that you do that. The TradingView is constantly releasing new upgrades and things, and you're going to see right here on the left hand corner, you see this red number 1 here, that you're going to see anytime they have released something, you're going to see that number of how many announcements that they've made. And then if you just kind of come down here, you'll see this notification here on what's new, and it'll come up and tell you what they've just released. You can read about it and click the link to go kind of read about it further in their blog. You have different color themes that you can go in and out of, light and dark from here. I work and trade different times of the day, but my main trading time is like 3:30 to 4 a.m. Our time is when I usually get to the charts, and so it's dark outside, and my office has a big window in it, and so it just is easier on my eyes to use the darker screen, so I tend to have the dark color theme. Now, this dark color theme, even though when you go over to white it changes the chart, you're mainly changing these outer bars here. Okay, so you can then come in and change the background to white, but this color theme button right here is mainly changing these outer bars right here. And the drawing panel, you can have that on and off right here, and it just shows you, you know, all of your drawing tools, which I recommend that you leave up unless you're just really trading just visually price action and not really, you know, drawing anything and really not needing those. And then you can just run your favorites bar, which is right here. So we just touched on that, but this bar right here on the left is your drawings bar, and every single one of these toolbars obviously has different tools that you can go down. There is, you know, obviously the very first one's your pointers, your any type of you know, trend tool, indicator tool, everything that you can think of, TradingView has, from the simplest text and icons to very complicated, you know, wave patterns and different identifications. They've really done a great job at providing a lot of tools for a lot of different traders, because you need to remember there's not one way to make money in the market. There's not one trader or one type of trading style that indicates for a you know, financially successful or consistently profitable trader. And so there's not just one flavor, and you want a lot of options and a platform that is strong and kind of robust, you know, that gives you those options to be able to do that. And TradingView definitely, you know, delivers. And so you want to go through and kind of visit and explore these tools. You can't mess anything up, so feel free to draw and to explore. I'll have other videos that go into the tools and how they're used, you know, in depth, but just kind of on your own, you want to click through, you want to get to know these tools. Down here at the very bottom, can you see that? Yes, you can see that on your screen. At the very bottom on this left-hand corner, you see this blue star down here. Now what that is that is your favorites bar. So up here on the top right, you see this favorites bar that's like a floating bar. And if you come down here on the bottom and you click that star, it turns that bar off. And so that's just the toggle for your favorites bar. And I think when you sign in, I think it's off, but if it's not, anyway, that's where the toggle is for that. Coming back up here to the top left corner, right here on this symbol search, you see me rolling over this. Right now I'm on the New Zealand dollar pair. If you click on this, you can type in any pair that you're looking for right here, and it'll bring it up. And for right now, I typed in the Euro USD, and the way that it brings it up, it's going to bring up that pair, and you see there's a lot of them to choose from. You're like, wow, I'm just trying to see the euro dollar. How am I supposed to know which one to pick? What it is it's giving you different data streams from different brokers. So this first one is FXCM, the second one's Oanda, the third one's Forex.com. Here we've got Pepperstone, IDC, Capital.com, Saxo, Global Prime. And so these are different streams, and what you want normally is either I tend to use the FXCM or Oanda. One of the trading brokers, as I've mentioned before in this course, that I use is Oanda. So I tend to do all of my live trading, even if I'm not trading through TradingView, or if I'm using another broker, I use the Oanda chart. So if I wanted to see that, I would usually click on Oanda here, and that's going to pull up the Oanda Euro USD, and you can see what broker stream you're looking at right here on this top info line. Right next to you do have a compare button. If you wanted to add or compare two symbols, you can just click this button right here, and you can compare the two. And so what it just did is we've got the New Zealand dollar and the Euro USD, and it's got New Zealand as a line graph, and it's got the Euro USD as candlesticks. And especially when you have two pair that kind of move in confluence to each other, you can kind of see, when they're having a push, when they're maybe having a fall. And so a lot of pairs do trade in confluence to each other, and that's good to know, because that has to do with risk management, because you're doubling your risk if pairs fall and tend to rise at the same time. So you want to be mindful of that, but that's what that does, is that kind of, this button right here adds other pairs to your chart so that you can look at how they move in confluence with each other. Next on TradingView, you have your time frame, and this, almost no matter what type of trader you are, what strategy you use, you're going to use and flip through different time frames. And so you can basically see all of your different time frames here. And if you're wanting any of them to favorite or to show up, like I have several of them here that show up, because I use almost all of these time frames at different times or another. And so all you have to do is come beside it and click the star, and they will appear or disappear accordingly. And through time, I've had a lot of them move on, move off, do different things. So that's how you can, very easily add or take away time frames. This next section has to do with the candle style and the charting style of each chart. You can see you can change it to bars here. You can change it to a line chart and have it display in many different ways. TradingView is so powerful with that. A lot of people love, all of the different options that it brings to. Again, you just need to star them for them to show up here permanently. I'll flip back over to the candlesticks, since that's the common way of displaying. You have indicators here. You have a pull down bar. And so any indicators that you favorite are going to come up here, and you can just kind of do a pull down and they will come up for you. You have different templates that you can save, and a template is if you have several different indicators that come up that you like to trade, you can have settings for these indicators on certain time frames or in certain ways. Hang on, this one's kind of, it's made for trading on shorter. shorter time frame there, but you see it came up with the settings that I wanted to see for certain. This one has to do with certain trading the Asian range, and so I have it marked in a certain way, and I turn different ones of these on and off just depending on what I'm looking for. So you can have all kind of different indicators saved, and so these are templates of indicators where you go, hey, I want to return to these settings in this exact way, and so that is this exact button right here. And if you have any favorited, they're going to show up as little circles right here, as you see that I've got some. You've got alerts right here. If you want to set alerts, you're going to use that button right there, and there are other ways to access that too. Let me clean off these indicators. And then you have the beloved replay button right here. Let's say you're going to get very familiar with this, but let's just say you want to go back in time and kind of test a certain strategy or see what happened, or maybe see why you entered a certain trade when you did. Because if you're a smart trader, you're journaling your trades, and then you're going back periodically and you're revisiting your entries, especially on trades that you lost, maybe what would have kept you out of the market, what you didn't see, now that you kind of have hindsight of what price action did. And so this replay button right here is, let's say you wanted to see why you entered a trade right here. You just click on that button and it erases everything to the right so that you can see what you saw right at the very moment of entry, or so that you can back test any strategy that you're looking for. And then when you hit that replay button, this floating bar right is going to come up, and if you want to go forward, you just press the play button and you can adjust the speed, that they'll kind of give you some time to look at what you're doing. You can go forward one bar, or if you want to go backwards, you can hit this jump to button right here and go back a little bit further. So helpful. Is that's worth all of the money right there, especially when you're a beginning trader. You're going to love the replay button, so spend a lot of time working with that. Now it just took me back to the beginning chart here. I went over here the floating favorites bar and how to get around with that. You have over here on the top bar, you've got an undo and a redo button right here. You've got different layouts that you can choose where you can have more than one chart up, either more than one pair, or you can see. Now I'm going to switch over to the Euro Yen, and oh wait, I was already on the Euro Yen. So we're now on the Aussie dollar and the Euro Yen. You can also change different time frames just by selecting. Now this is the 4 hour, and say I wanted to look at the Euro Yen and have it up on the 3 minute. Now you have that, and so you could have different views up at any time. If you wanted to, track several pairs, just depending, there's different layouts that you can have. This just has 4 charts. So there's a lot of options depending on what you're doing, how many monitors you have of what you can view. It's very, very powerful. Let's just flip back over here to our main chart. And then you have different, you have saving, where you can save different layouts of your chart. You have some options here on this pull down. Again, auto save. You can rename a chart layout. You can make a copy of it, load different chart layouts. I just use the same. I don't really use that very often. You have the gear here for chart settings you can get to real quick right here by the gear. That is important. You can also right click and go down to settings and get to chart settings. So these chart settings, this is what controls how your chart looks and behaves. And again, you can screenshot it here, but I'm going to go over kind of in detail why I picked what I did in a different video. But you have your symbol, status line, how your scales act, appearance, different color schemes, your different things that are centered around your actual trading behavior, and your preferences as far as events. And then you can save different templates. I have 3 different templates. one I have, it was for a course that I picked. I have a white for recording different things, and then this is my actual trading settings, and the only thing that I change sometimes is you know, a couple of different, you know, little settings with that, so you can absolutely save, you know, any type of customization that you make for TradingView. It's really, really powerful for that. Then over here up in the top right hand corner, again, you have full screen mode that'll just take it and, you know, use your whole monitor. And then you have take a snapshot. It's pretty cool if you want to save, and I use that all the time when I'm journaling trades, because when I enter a trade, I actually take a snapshot of exactly what it looks like. And then when I finish a trade, which I'll have a whole section on journaling trades and have my personal spreadsheet that I use, I'm going to give that for download in the course. But I have where I take a snapshot. So if you want to see what this looks like, all you have to do is press this snapshot button here, and it gives you some options just to save the chart image to your computer, copy the chart image to Control V, or to paste it somewhere. You can copy just a link to it, which is what I do for my spreadsheet. You can open the image in a new tab, or tweet that chart image if you're trying to show someone something. I just clicked on open it in a new tab. Oh, I've actually got my camera running, so but it is very, very useful as far as, you know, taking a picture of your chart. And if you marked up your chart, say you had, you know, any kind of sections, you know, showing what price action is doing, and you wanted those, again, a lot of times it shows you if you're about to clear off your chart, you can take a snapshot right there and show it. And then this is within the TradingView community. You can publish different ideas, you can record different things, and so that is what this publish button is over here, to idea or video. Right below the publish button, you have a list here of icons, tools on the far right hand side, and each one of these is a different section. Some of them unique to actually the TradingView community, and some actually for your trading functionality. And so we'll kind of quickly go through those, but again, I encourage you, you know, click on these, explore. You can't mess anything up. You can only learn, you know, more. The very first one, though, is one that has to do with your trading, and you are going to use this a good bit. This is your watch list, and you just toggle this on and off, you know, according to if you're wanting this to be viewed or not. But you, right here, when you're on your watch list, you have pull downs right here of any watch list that you create. And I have different watch lists based on, you know, trading certain strategies, based on, you know, I have a metals watch list, crypto watch list. I have my trading watch list. I have a back testing watch list that has a whole different set of broker or broker stream than my live watch list, so that I can mark them up and have them in the middle of markup, and those charts stay the same, you know, then when I trade, I don't have to see all the markups and stuff. I have all different watch lists for different things, and so you can see any of your watch lists just like this, and going through to add something to any watch list, you know, you just, you know, create a new list, and you can either click the add symbol here, and then you search for whatever symbol that you want, and then click your plus button. You know, you can do it that way, or you can absolutely just search over here, which goes to the same goes to the same search screen, and then just add it once you're on that screen. Either way, that's how you add different symbols to different watch lists, and different watch lists can have, you know, just a few. They can have a lot. I have, you know, this is the one I tend to trade off of. So I have watch lists for everything. Again, very, very helpful, especially depending on your range of what you trade, how your strategies go, how much you study. You know, it can be a lot of different things. You have advanced view here, and it's when you have a certain watch list, it kind of gives you the breakdown of what's in that watch list, and that can be really helpful just depending on what type of markets you're trading in. And you have the settings button here where a lot of different settings. It also changes the columns that you see here for symbol, last, the change, and what that percentage of change is. You can also add volume and extended hours that add, additional columns and how you want to see. I just have it on the ticker and the logo, but you can absolutely click description and it'll spell it out for you there. I just have the ticker because I, know which ones I'm looking for and which ones I'm looking at. And you can change the size of the watch list on the side. I just tend to keep mine small. Going down the list, you have any alerts that you have set up. You can see in the screen right here. You have the news, any news that are coming up for that day or that have been published, prior to, any headlines there. You have the data window, and that's what's happening currently or what's happening as you scroll over. You can look at that information. A lot of that information you'll find up here on this top row, your information row. Again, you have different hot list, the hot topics, and those are different exchanges, different markets, how much they've changed and which ones are swinging. So those are depending on what markets you're trading. That might be something that you're interested in. Calendar for what's actually coming up, economic and earnings calendar. You have the ideas that are your ideas that have been published, and that goes out to the community or can be private. You can save that private for you. Public chats of any groups that you are a member of. You can have private chats if somebody private messages you. You have any ideas stream here. You have live streams, people that are live streaming on TradingView here, or are live or have already live streamed, even if that's already ended. You have any notifications here. This is another window that has to do with your trading. I use this window a good bit. I'm not connected to a broker. I was using a different trading off my phone, an MT4, but I'll go over this in just a second, how to connect to a broker. And if you're connected to a broker, you're actually able to place trades here. So we're going to do that in just a minute. And then you have the depth of market here that you can use and see. And I'll have some separate videos on how to do some really interesting things with the depth of market. I usually leave mine on the watch list or on the trading window here. That's usually what I have up, just depending on if I'm trading off of TradingView. So those are the two that I mainly use through TradingView, but they're very interesting. Down at the bottom here, you've got some movement buttons. Well, if you want to say that you're way out, researching or looking back at some patterns of the market, and you want to go back to the beginning and reset the chart, you just click that button and it brings you right back to where price currently is. And you've got some scroll buttons here, and then you've got zoom in and out. Here are those buttons. Again, we kind of went over the date and time is at the bottom, just depending on, I'm on the 3-minute chart right now. And so you'll see where it changes right here, this 23rd, it goes to the 23rd. And then depending on which candle you're on, it shows you, like right here, if you look down at the bottom, the candle that I'm hovered over is June 24th and as a 442 candle. So that kind of gives you that information. Now let's look at the setting up and connecting to a broker. Okay, I had to take my camera off so you could see there. If you click on Trading Panel right here, what you're going to see are the brokers that are approved of by TradingView. Not every broker are you able to trade directly off of your charts for. TradingView has an extensive approval process that they go through for vetting brokers. Not every broker is available in every country that they have listed, but they do have, I believe, every country represented by at least one broker in certain markets on there. I'm in the United States, and so there's only a couple of the brokers there that will allow their traders to trade from the United States. And when you are hooking up a broker, if you don't have a broker yet, let's connect to Paper Trading. Paper Trading is a demo account that essentially TradingView provides, for free or as part of your package, that is so unbelievably cool. And I we'll teach about this later in depth, but I recommend that everybody do this. I also recommend when you're playing with settings, do not have your broker live set up, so that you're changing things, either disconnect or set up, connect to Paper Trading, so that any changes you make, you're not inadvertently placing trades or, messing with your capital. So for Paper Trading is when you're testing out something or you don't have a strategy that's fully fleshed out, Paper Trading is perfect. So if you just hit connect here on TradingView and just click on connect as it comes up, now TradingView is connected to Paper Trading. And so right now in the Paper Trading panel, you have a pull down panel right here, and you can come in and you can reset the account. You can get to choose right here what the balance is. You can come and change commission settings so that there's a commission that kind of reflects just like your whoever your live broker is. You can have it take out commissions, and there's a how-to, what you want on your summary row. You can change. You can export the data of your Paper Trading account, and right here you can also see brokers list and log out. So on your screener and Paper Trading account here, we are now in a demo account or a market that is not working with live capital. And you'll see the account balance here on this Paper Trading account is $9,890.40. And so you could go right now on this Paper Trading account, now that we have a broker set up, and you could place a trade. And so let's say that I was right now on the Euro Yen, which I am, or let's flip over here too. And let's say that my analysis is that price is going to drop. And so I'm going to come in and let's say our entry, this is where price is trading at right now. And actually, you know what? Let me flip over. Let me flip over to a little bit of a higher time frame here. So we're right here. We're going to say that this is our trade right here. This is what we're going for. And you can come right over here to your trading panel, to your order panel, and pull that up, or you can right click on the chart and you can go to trade and you can go to create new order, and it will open up the trading panel. And so let's say this is what we wanted to enter into right now, and we're going to place a market order right now. And the market order, if we always want to stop loss, and we always want to, depending on, you don't have to do a take profit, but to, protect your capital, you can put several take profits, or one that we'll have a whole subject on managing trades. I just want to kind of take you through placing a live trade real quick. We're going to say that we are placing a sell, a market order. We're going to run a 89,247 units, which is a risk of $98.90, meaning if I lost this trade, unless I did trade management, I would lose $98.90. You can see that trade value, because of the margin and leverage that we're running, is $94,059 right now. The pip value is $6.59 per pip, and the reward that we're looking at right here is, if we hit our reward in just a second, this actually is the it's it's reading the default settings right here, but I'm just kind of going through what these are. It's telling you what your reward, and if I went in at these default settings right now and you hit your target, it would be 2.67% in addition on your overall account balance, and it would be worth $263.74. And you can see that you're running a 1% risk of $98.90. And you always want to, if you're trading anywhere, you always want to go through and look at your amounts again as you're placing a trade. But in this case, we want to use, instead of the default amounts, we want to change it to match here. And we have a, let's say, an 8 pip stop loss there, and we have a take profit here at 46 pips. So let's say 47 pips is my take profit. It goes in and it calculates everything for you of what that price is, you know, where price is going to be trading, and it manages it. And if you just press sell, now we are entered into a live trade in a demo market. So this is not trading with your live capital right now. And what is happening is that with a live feed, you're playing with kind of a dummy money, a paper trading account, demo account. You'll hear people refer to it in different ways, but trading live through TradingView is literally just that easy. You can go through and you can close a position, you can close it partial, say if it wasn't going your way, and you can close 100,000 units. You can say close out 100,000 units, partially close, and now you only have 67,000 units open. So I close that out. Then down here you're seeing your open positions. I right now have a short position. This is how many lots I have, or this is how many units I have. This is the price. This is take profit, my stop loss, the last price it was at, and right now I am down 16 bucks right now. And so you can kind of manage your trades this way. You get a trading journal, it tells you what you've done, gives you the history of your account history, gives you all of your balances, anything that you have done, your histories of buys and sells, when they were filled, what orders that you have open, what's working right now. And so you can see everything open from a paper trading account that is going to mirror what a live account feels like. Okay, so we're going to close this account out, and you can just close it either right here by just clicking close position. Oh, and one other thing, you can move stop losses and move things just by dragging it and clicking modify. I can close the entire trade just by pressing the X right here and then clicking close position, or down here, click on the X and close position. So we are now out of that trade. So in your paper trading account, you don't have any open trades. But let's go and look at how to connect to a live market, to a live broker. So I'm going to log out of my paper trading account, log out right here. And I actually have several accounts through Oanda. My son has an Oanda account, I have an Oanda account, and my husband has one. And we trade in different accounts at different times, depending on what we're trying to, what our risks are running, or if we're trying to accomplish different things. But let's connect just so you can kind of see it. Connect to Oanda, to the live. Oanda will provide a demo account and a live account. You can say continue here. And it's thinking. And then it brings up a log on screen for Oanda. And you just click sign in. I've already got everything saved there. And it's just going to ask you which account that you want, and you'll select that account. And so I have I think this is a testing account here. I don't even know what's in it. Maybe like a couple $100. I think. And so you say allow, and it's going to connect to that. And you saw I had a primary account, like that's my primary trading account through Oanda. This one, oh yeah, so this got $1,900 bucks in it. $1,897 is what's in this account. And so now you see it's on Oanda Live, and it gives you your account. It gives you some options here, you know, for managing that. And so now if I was to place a trade, it would affect real capital. This is a live trading account, and through Oanda, you saw there were 3 different accounts. There is money. So let's say you deposit, you know, 100 grand in your trading account. You can split it up, as all of us have that. All of us that trade in here. I think my son may not. He may have just his primary account, but you can set up several accounts and lock out or sequester, you know, certain percentages of your account. You know, half of it you can put for higher risk trading, half of it you can put for your consistent, you know, 1 to 3%, you know, trades. You can, you know, putting it there for certain markets. So you can really kind of split it up however you want, but that's how you access. And so that's as easy when you have a broker that is approved through TradingView. It's as easy as that to place trades. And this is again located, you know, now connected to Oanda Live, and all I would have to do is come over here and, you know, enter a buy or sell, and it would be through a live market, and it's just that easy. Now Oanda does have its own trading platform, and I've used it, and it's great too. And it also allows you the option of connecting through MT4, MT5, but it's one of the larger ones, or large ones, that allows you to trade through the platform of TradingView, which is one of the sweet spots we were talking about, of having not only you know, your analysis and your charting software, but is also a trading platform. So that comes in really, really handy, you know, and again is that sweet spot, because you can do everything from that. And that's just one option. Like I said, there's as many people that trade through just MT4, MT5, because they can have unregulated brokers. And I'm pretty sure TradingView only allows regulated brokers. So again, it's an easy place when you're first getting started trading to, you know, possibly pick one of the ones that TradingView has kind of gone through and, you know, interviewed or selected for you, but do your own research with that. And so that's pretty much, if you again look down at the bottom, there's your broker, you have a strategy tester here, you have a Pine script editor that works with indicators, coding indicators. You can put text notes on any pair that you're on. And then you have a Forex screener that gives you a lot of different performance and metrics that you can look at, the overview, different oscillators. Here, let me make this a little bigger so that you can kind of see it. You know, different trend following of strong sell, strong buy, but just because you can find that certain indicators indicate selling or buying does not mean that you should do that. You should have your own strategy. You should have your own, you know, trading plan, and you should follow that plan and not just randomly enter into markets. But it's kind of cool in the sense that you can kind of see different column sets and different types of indicators right here. You have trend following indicators, and you have a simple moving average of period of 20, you have a simple moving average of 50, and the simple moving average of 200. You know, you have Bollinger Bands up and Bollinger Bands low of 20, and it tells you for each indicator what if it's a buy or sell. So it can be kind of interesting to look at, or used as confluence, but again, I would never recommend that you place your trading around that. I think that's about it as far as getting to know your platform and looking at TradingView. And so in the next video, I'm just going to quickly go through TradingView and let you screenshot or pause the video for what my personal settings are for trading Forex through TradingView.